Imagine discovering a time capsule, not buried beneath sand or stone, but sealed under miles of black water, untouched by human hands for more than 80 years. The Pacific Ocean stretches endlessly above, calm and indifferent, while far below, in crushing darkness where sunlight has never reached, history lies preserved. 50 miles from Midway Atoll, the seafloor becomes a silent graveyard, holding two colossal warships that once ruled the waves. The American aircraft carrier, USS Yorktown, and the Imperial Japanese Navy's pride, IJN Akagi, rest in eternal stillness. Once enemies locked in violent conflict, now separated only by distance and depth, their steel hulls remain frozen in the exact moments they were lost in 1942. This is not merely a dive into the ocean. It is a descent into a single turning point in human history, where the fate of nations was decided in minutes, and where echoes of war still linger beneath the waves. By early 1942, the world stands on the brink of collapse. Nazi Germany dominates Europe, while in the Pacific, Japan surges forward with relentless speed and precision. Pearl Harbor lies in ruins, the Philippines are falling, and Allied morale is shattered. Japan's Navy appears invincible, led by a powerful carrier force that has rewritten the rules of naval warfare. At the center of this force sails Akagi, a veteran of Pearl Harbor, commanding respect and fear wherever she moves. She is not just a ship, but a symbol of Japanese imperial ambition and naval superiority. Across the ocean, the United States struggles to recover. Its fleet is wounded, its pilots inexperienced, and its resources stretched thin. Among the remaining carriers is USS Yorktown, battered but unbroken, hastily repaired after earlier battles. Against logic, against expectations, she is sent back into combat, her decks patched, her crew exhausted, yet determined. The stage is set for a confrontation neither side fully understands, one that will decide the future of the Pacific War. What Japan does not know is that the battle has already begun, quietly, invisibly, in radio rooms thousands of miles away. American code breakers have cracked portions of Japan's naval communications, uncovering plans for an ambush at Midway. Through careful deception, the U.S. confirms the target, setting a trap of its own. Admiral Nimitz commits everything he has, three carriers including the damaged Yorktown, to meet Japan's far superior force. The ocean becomes a chessboard, each move concealed by distance and silence. Both sides sail toward Midway, believing they hold the advantage, unaware that timing, chance, and human error will soon outweigh numbers and firepower. Destiny tightens its grip as aircraft engines are prepared, bombs armed, and pilots briefed for what they believe will be another decisive Japanese victory. June 4th, 1942. The sun rises over the Pacific, revealing calm waters that betray no hint of the chaos about to erupt. Japanese aircraft launch from Akagi and her sister carriers, striking Midway Island in a massive air assault. Below decks, crews rush to rearm planes for a second strike, unaware that American carriers lie hidden beyond the horizon. Above the sea, American torpedo squadrons launch desperate attacks, flying low and slow into overwhelming fire. One by one, they are cut down, their sacrifice seemingly futile. But their courage pulls Japanese fighter cover downward, clearing the skies above. High overhead, American dive bombers search frantically for the enemy, fuel nearly exhausted, time running out. Then in a moment, history will never forget, the clouds part. American dive bombers plunge from the sky, their targets perfectly aligned. In less than 6 minutes, bombs slam into Akagi's flight deck, igniting fueled aircraft and armed munitions. Explosions tear through her interior, transforming pride into inferno. Nearby carriers suffer the same fate. Firestorms rage out of control, and damage control efforts fail against overwhelming heat and smoke. What hours of battle could not achieve is accomplished in minutes. The Japanese carrier force, the spearhead of its naval power, is mortally wounded. The balance of the Pacific War shifts irreversibly. While Japan's carriers burn, Yorktown becomes the focus of Japanese retaliation. Dive bombers strike her deck, ripping holes through steel and igniting fires. Torpedoes slam into her hull, flooding compartments and knocking out power. The ship lists dangerously, smoke billowing skyward. Yet her crew refuses to surrender. Damage control teams fight relentlessly, restoring power and correcting the list. For a brief moment, Yorktown appears to survive the impossible. She floats, wounded, scarred, but alive, embodying American resilience amid devastation. As night descends, the ocean glows with burning oil and wreckage. Akagi drifts helplessly, flames consuming her interior. Exhausted Japanese sailors fight the fire until hope vanishes. Orders are given to abandon ship. In solemn silence, crew members bow toward the rising sun before stepping into the sea. At dawn, Japanese destroyers administer the final torpedoes, and Akagi slips beneath the surface, taking secrets, memories, and honor with her. Not far away, Yorktown still clings to life as salvage crews work tirelessly, believing she can be saved. But the ocean has one more strike left. A Japanese submarine slips undetected through the waters. Its torpedoes slam into Yorktown and a nearby destroyer. Flooding overwhelms the carrier's battered hull. Power fails. Pumps stop. The ship begins to roll. On June 7, 1942, USS Yorktown finally succumbs, disappearing beneath the Pacific in a slow, heartbreaking descent. The battle is over. Victory belongs to the United States, but the cost is immense. For decades, the wrecks lie undiscovered. Above, the war ends, nations rebuild, and new generations rise. Below, the carriers rest untouched, preserved by darkness and pressure. Coordinates fade, memories blur, and the ships become legends, spoken of but never seen. Families remember lost sailors without graves, while the ocean guards its secrets with unwavering patience. In the modern era, technology finally reaches the depths. Advanced sonar and remotely operated vehicles descend miles beneath the surface. Cameras illuminate shapes unseen since 1942. First, Yorktown emerges from the darkness, astonishingly intact. Aircraft still rest on her deck. Damage appears exactly as it was on the day she sank. Later, deeper still, Akagi is found, her shattered flight deck frozen in the moment of destruction. The battlefield reappears, not as ruins, but as perfectly preserved chapters of history. These wrecks are more than steel and rust. They are war graves. Inside them lie tools, helmets, instruments, left where hands last touched them. No looting, no disturbance, only silence. The ocean has done what humanity could not. It has preserved truth. Every scar tells a story of fear, courage, and sacrifice. Every shadow holds a final moment. The Battle of Midway changed the course of World War II, halting Japan's advance and reshaping the future of the Pacific. Far below the surface, Yorktown and Akagi still lie, no longer enemies but silent witnesses. They remind us that history does not vanish. It waits in darkness, in stillness, for those willing to descend deep enough to listen.